and welcome to a new episode how to learn JavaScript from beginner to advanced. Today we'll discuss about JSON, especially about method JSON.parse. Okay, let's make it super simple with a real example. Let's see, we have here a JSON string with this element, name, John, age, trace age, with two properties here. Do you see in the JSON all is a text, name, John, age 13 is text, but we should to transform this text in objects, should to transform this JSON in object. Here we have a JSON string, no, just text that look like an object, but if you see all elements have these quotes. 30 doesn't have, but it's also a string, but I don't put the quotes because in JSON don't put the quotes like in object, but it's a string. Okay, keep in your mind, before parsing everything is a string, the JSON text. Let's see what happened when we console log this JSON string. We receive in console this name, John, age, trace age 13. This is the result, and if we try to access a properties here, JSON string dot name, look here, we have this line. This line mean is a JSON is a text. You see, we receive in console undefined. It's undefined because we can't to access JSON. We should to transform it in object, and for this we will use the JSON.parse method. Because JSON is just a string, is not a real object yet, we can reach that name until we convert it in object with JSON.parse. Okay, let's convert it in JSON in object. We have this object now, JSON string, and here we use the method, we create a new variable and assign it a JSON.parse JSON string, with JSON.parse is the method, and this method transforms JSON string in object. After this, let's see what we have in the console. After I transform my JSON in object, now I can access name, John, age 13. Do you see here, object name is John. Let's see, we have here object.name, and object.name is John. Do you see, name is this, and object, I have an object. Okay, if after parse, if I put here, do you see I have an object. Okay, look, okay, our JSON become a real JavaScript object. Now object.name work perfectly. We get John. Do you see here, John with object.name. JSON string.name, before I use JSON.parse. Do you see here what I receive in console with this bar, and here I receive a correct object. Okay, Now let's see how this works when fetching data from a server, because we use JSON when we take data from server. The response comes as a JSON text from a server, but here is the cool part: the JSON method automatically parse it for us. No need for rest text or JSON.parse to put manually, and just we put a JSON method and we will, or let's see, we have here an asynchronous fetch, and with fetch we want to take some data from server from this API JSONPlaceholder. Okay, server send to us this response with this.json, but this JSON parse automatically the text, because we receive from server text, parse automatically text and transform it in object, and also get the text from server, and after parse them in with JSON.parse. Then we can access this element data.name, because we have an object. Let's see here, we receive data.name Lynn Graham. Now my JSON is object, and I can access properties. I will receive the value in console not undefined for object.name. I receive Lynn Graham. Okay, let's take this API. Let me to take this, I copy, I put here, and do you see I have in this API data is the name of JSON. Now I have object because I use here JSON method, and the data.name is Len Graham. If I put here data dot email, probably I will receive sincereapril.biz. Okay, and for example, if I would to access street, data dot address, because inside this address, do you see you have another object, dot street, data address dot street with QI. I will receive QLAS light. Do you see? Okay, error street addresses with double D. Okay, double D. Now work. QLAS light the street. Okay, normally when we use fetch, the response comma JSON text, I told you, but JSON, this JSON automatically will parse for you. You don't need to put JSON.parse manually. And here I put a catch for catch an error. But if you want to put automatically, you can to use this automatically. You have here fetch, the same API, then response for the server like text, because server send you text. Okay, you transform after with parse this text in object, and after you access the element. Data.name, you see here Len Graham, but the short way is this with the JSON, because JSON parse automatically for you. Receive text from server, JSON take this text here, do you see here this, and parse for you automatically. JSON is a method who have incorporated in it two methods, take the text and parse also. Okay, remember you use JSON.parse when you already have a JSON string in your code. In my code I have a JSON, now this JSON string, and I can to use JSON.parse. But when you make a fetch, you should to use here, here I communicate with server, I make this fetch. Here should to use JSON method when fetching data from an API. It's asynchronous and parse for you automatic. That is it. Simple, clean, and super useful, I hope. Try it yourself and watch your data become a real object in JavaScript. Let me to explain again for you. Summary: this JSON, we use JSON in JavaScript when we take data from server, and for this we should to transform this in object. Why we transform in object? Because we work simple with object. We have a lot of method for working with this object. After we transform in object, we can make a lot of things with this object. How to recognize an object? Have these strings now, because all elements are strings inside of object. Do you see here we have just strings now, but after we convert it in object with JSON.parse, this element will be string and this will be number. That was all for today. I hope you understand. All the best.